kind of out of the way. It's a nice part of this house for that. I'm actually really excited to get some inventory today. And not only that, maybe find things we can use to furnish this house with. Like this room is very empty. I'm thinking about this one being a studio space. I just gotta get some lights, soundproof the walls here. Yeah, it's very echoey, as you guys can probably tell by my voice, but this is gonna be a nice looking studio space, but not anytime soon. It's gonna be quite a ways away for that. We just got back from Calgary. We took a look at the house we bought. We actually bought the house abroad, so it was an interesting experience. It's the first house that I've ever purchased. Me and my wife were stressed out throughout the process. It was not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Even when you submit your documents after your offer is accepted, you still have to go through so many things. It's crazy. And then the ups and downs of thinking whether or not we actually close the deal properly or on time, the documents are correct, a lot of waiting, nervously waiting. But I can thankfully say now that I have made the biggest purchase I will likely ever make in my life, unless we sell the house at some point and buy another one. That would be maybe a detached house, because what we bought was a townhome in Calgary. So I will be moving there at some point. It's not going to be real soon, but likely this spring. So maybe May, maybe June. It really depends on how smooth everything goes. We're going to make a few more trips to Calgary to furnish the house and just kind of take a few trips there and just see whether we really enjoy the city. I mean, we're going to have to, because we're going to move there regardless, because the main reason why we're leaving Toronto is the incredible cost of living here, mostly housing. We are at that age, me and my wife, where we really are looking to maybe start a family in the next few years. And if we were going to do that, sorry, throat is getting hoarse. We're probably not going to do it in Toronto because of how expensive everything is. And your income just has to be insane. And we just don't have that income, at least not at our age. So it's going to be a unique experience. I'm excited, a little nervous, because I don't have a job set there right now in Calgary. Neither does my wife. But she's actually had a few interviews already. I haven't really had any luck whatsoever finding anything in Calgary, but I can still, sell on eBay, and I still have my YouTube channel. I mean, not ideal to use those as my main sources of income, but it is what it is. I will have to adapt if I can't find a job. I'm trying to find a job, but if not, it could be an interesting opportunity to try this thing out on a more full-time basis. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting. I'm nervous, excited. I got a lot of mixed emotions. But with that being said, another few announcements that I wanted to make is moving across the country is going to be quite the endeavor. I don't know how we're actually going to do it, if we're going to rent a U-Haul and drive for 4 days across, or if we're going to get someone else to do that and then bring the U-Haul there to meet us where we can unload, or we're going to be shipping things, which is not ideal because it's going to be very expensive, and I'm afraid of damaging things in the move, specifically Magic the Gathering and collectibles. I also have a whole eBay store, so I'd have to pack up the store as well and close the listings, or at least temporarily go on a vacation on eBay. Or I could do some auctions. I could do some raffles like I've been doing on some of the live streams. Let me know if that is something you guys would be interested in. I think it might be the best idea, not just to unload some of the stuff before I move to make it a little less hectic, but also to just raise some funds, because if I don't have a job when I move there right out the gate, then it could be an interesting, awkward few months or more, depending on if I can't find work. I am willing to work pretty much in anything. I'd rather work in the fields that I studied, like broadcasting, film, and marketing. But if I can't find anything like that, I'm okay with working anything at a certain point. Like if I can't find anything at all that pays like a decent salary, decent wage. And if like YouTube's just not cutting it, because YouTube, it has its ebbs and flows, you never know. You know, putting all your eggs in one basket is not really my style. That's why I like to have multiple sources of income. Maybe you are like me in that sense, if you guys are watching. That's why I have an eBay store as well, because you know, it's always a good way to boost your income, because it's buying and selling. It's like, if you know how to buy things low and sell like high, you'll always at least have an option. And that's kind of what the eBay store is. It's also part of the YouTube channel Mattcart, where I kind of teach people how to sell on eBay. I also show like what items sell, and you know, show our hunting of these particular items at thrift stores and garage sales. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience. I'm sorry about the rambling video. I just thought I would talk about this big news. Obviously, you'll be seeing clips overlaid of the house. I try to take a lot of videos and pictures, not just for you guys, but for other people who are curious to see what the house looked like. I'm really excited about it. It is going to be the biggest life change ever. Not just the fact that we bought a house, but the fact that we're moving like a 4-hour plane ride away from Toronto, almost the other side of the country. You know, if Toronto was more east, I would say that was all the way across, but it's a pretty big distance. So, I mean, 2 hours, yeah, it's mountain time, right? So it's a 2-hour time difference. It's a lot. This is a massive life change, and I'm kind of excited to share it with you. And this will be probably in May when you start seeing the new studio space set up there. I have a nice basement area that I'm gonna definitely have to like repaint, but I think it's a good size. It's a little bit bigger than the basement section that I have right now for my YouTube studio space. But what's going to be better about this is that it's just going to be like my computer and the studio space. I'm not going to share the space with the eBay store, which is what I do right now. The room that has the furnace and the washer and dryer, it's actually a pretty big room, and there is way more than enough space there to hold my eBay store items and to just basically hold any inventory that I get for the store moving forward. So very, very happy about that. All things said and done, I'm happy with this. I'm also very nervous. It's going to be an interesting life change, but you know, I got to put on the big boy pants and grow up. And this is it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this rambling video. I know it's not what I typically do on the channel. It's really just off the cuff, and I probably rambled more than I needed to. But at the end of the day, if you did watch this video, please hit the like button so this does get shared to other people who are subscribed to my channel. And I'll see you guys in Calgary. Being a patron will help me produce more market movers and add to the funds that I will use for my random buys, and also to my coffee fund, because I drink a lot of coffee for these videos. And here you can see a link below in the description that will give you all the tiers and what you get in each tier. So I hope you guys click and think about joining. And with that, I'll see you next video. Think about supporting the channel in that way. If not, subscribe, like, leave a comment, and I will see you again in the next video.